Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to What's in the Bag, Jay. Now, this is the segment where I pick 6 movies from my collection that I haven't seen, write their names on a piece of paper, draw one out at random, and do a review. Now, coming back from last week is Last One's Out, Hour of the Wolf, Alone, The Awakening, A Dark Path, and making its debut this week is Something Wicked. Now, this was Brittany Murphy's last movie, and I have seen a trailer for this, which is why I picked it up from my collection upstairs, because it looked really good. So, yeah. We're going to give the bag a good tussle, and we're going to see what comes back, or what we're going to watch this week. All right, we're going to watch, what a coincidence, Something Wicked. All right, I'm going to set that aside while I set all the other movies side by side, and I'm going to take my trusty Freddy vs. Jason die, and we're going to see what comes back next week. Two. Interesting. Let's give the bag another good tussle and pick out 2 movies. All right, coming back first is The Awakening. Also coming back is Hour of the Wolf. Now, if you guys want to see me review Alone, Last One's Out, or A Dark Path, definitely vote. Right now, I'm going to watch Something Wicked and come back with a review later. Well, I'm back. I just watched Something Wicked, and here are my thoughts. Something Wicked is a 2014 film which runs approximately 95 minutes and is directed by Darren Scott. Now, he was responsible for Dark House, Caught Up, and Deep Blue Sea 2, among others. I'd seen his name before, probably in the Tales from the Hood 2 film. Yeah. Now, this stars Chantal Van Santen as Christine. She was in My Pocket, You and I, and The Final Destination. Brittany Murphy as Susan. She passed away on December 20th, 2009 at the age of 32. She was in Just Married, Cherry Falls, and Girl Interrupted. Of course, Joe and I just reviewed Cherry Falls not that long ago. And Julian Morris as Ryan. He was in The Viper Club, Kelly and Victor, and Sorority Row. That's where I knew him from. That's right. Okay. Now, the budget on this was $3 million. Now, this, of course, was Brittany Murphy's final film, as it says up here. And she passed away in 2009 due to pneumonia from a drug overdose, which is very sad. She was very young. So, why did this come out in 2014? Well, because it was shelved. That's the only thing I can figure. Now, it says in the beginning that this is based on a true story, and it is about Christine, is the main character in this story. She had just graduated from college. Her and her boyfriend wanted to get engaged and start their family. He's got a good job at the mill, and the parents said, this is not a good idea yet, get yourself more established. It's not that we don't want you in the family, it's just that we want you to be more established. So, This is when they went out to dinner, of course, to celebrate the daughter's graduation. They're on their way home, and they get caught on the train tracks, and a train hits the SUV that they're driving. The mother and father are killed. The boyfriend is not harmed, and the daughter is, of course, in the hospital and finally wakes up, I guess, out of a coma, I guess. They didn't really specify. From there, she goes to live with her big brother and his wife, who's played by Brittany Murphy. Now, she is a psychiatrist, which does play into the film. So, of course, they're still together, even though after the accident, her parents were killed. She says it's not his fault, and they're still together because it was raining really hard, so on and so forth. From there, pieces of the story start coming together. You also have this guy named Ryan who is kind of he sees a psychiatrist and they call him paranoid delusional. I think it is. I think it's paranoid delusional, but he is obsessed with the one guy's girlfriend, the one that was in the car accident, and he has vivid fantasies about being with her. Some people turn up dead. There's a supernatural vibe in this film. That's all I'm really going to say about the film. It's kind of like a slasher movie mixed with some supernatural stuff. This is everything but the kitchen sink thrown in this film. And to me, it was a little too much. Now, when the story was finally explained at the end, I thought it was interesting. But I think the reason why it was shelved, not only because of Brittany Murphy's death, is that they added stuff to it. And I think that the stuff they added to it could have been left out. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. It could have been finished, and they just didn't release it because of Brittany Murphy's death. Like I said. But it just seemed like there was just so much unnecessary stuff added to this film. It just garbled the plot. But as I said before, once the movie is explained and you find out the motive for everything and what really happened and how things worked out, it kind of does leave it satisfying to a certain degree. There are some plot holes I found in the film, but I was kind of able to overlook them for the most part because, like I said, the ending explanation was satisfying enough. I'll put it that way. The reason why I watched this film is because when I was watching The Barber last month, they had a trailer for this on there, and it looked really good and it looked interesting. And I was like, hey, I got that movie, so why don't I go upstairs and get it and put it into the What's in the Bag, Jay. Hopefully it'll get picked. And it did. So, I was able to watch it. The trailer is definitely better looking than the film. That's just my opinion. Did I like it? Yes. Will I watch it again? Probably not. But yeah, that's just how it boiled down for me. Take that for what it's worth. Don't forget to vote for what didn't make it. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. Until next time, peace.